There was a little girl though that was running around too. I'm trying to.
When can we go back to?
It's been a week. I know y'all miss me. Last time y'all saw me, I was shedding tears for Walking Dead. No more tears. I'm back on my bull. What? Good, y'all. Welcome back. Hey, and good morning. I know y'all hear that peacock on my roof. Somewhere in Houston, somebody had a peacock, 2 peacocks. They got out, started mating all over the neighborhood, and now that one just lands on my roof every single day, doing that boo. I don't want to hear that during my recordings. His name is Peasy. He be on the Twitch live streams. Anyways, today I have for y'all a new game by some of our friends over at Scythe Development Team. Y'all know about Scythe Development Team because of NORTHBURY Grove and King's Comfort. They dropped a new one yesterday on April Fools. Surprise to all of us, called Cultists and Compounds. Take control of an Elder Donovan as he tends to his flock. Explore one of Enacting Diplomacy United's compounds, EDU, and unearth the dark secrets behind the political activists. But while you roam, be wary of the impending doom of the Great Collapse. EDU are determined to end government corruption. This has made enemies of the Sabbath federal government and local Donovan City Police Department. Could the collapse be riding in on the night air? Okay, multiple endings, very cool. Tons of ridiculous voice acting, we know about that. Original story, learn more about the Scythe Saga universe. Okay, so again, you can check out this game for yourself on itch.io. Go ahead, look up Scythe Development Team. I'll link it in the description down below. Alright, Scythe Development Team experiments. Experiments. This game contains scenes of graphic violence and disturbing rhetoric. Be kind to each other. I like that. I like Peasy, you poo? He didn't poo, but he is loud, and always every morning he just start cawing. You know he just trying to get some more tail.
Breaking news.
Or feather.
Just
Alright.
outside of Donovan City, a cell of the terrorist organization Enacting Diplomacy has entered a violent and bloody standstill with the local police. The Donovan City Police Department have called in the Sabbath military for backup. Enacting Diplomacy started as an activist organization focused on equality and social reconstruction, but grew increasingly extremist and violent over the years. What started as peaceful demonstrations and speeches quickly spiraled out of control into bloody riots. These riots were the cause for innumerable injuries and even several deaths. Some say the catalyst in this behavioral change was when Dominic Jan, mayor of Donovan City, was revealed to be Dr. Zane Grimm by journalist Maverick Cooper. Not much is known about the current situation other than the sound of gunfire within the compound. The conflict seems to be escalating, and we will be back with any immediate updates.
Wow, okay. So again, y'all notice that they said this takes place within the Scythe Development Team saga. I think this plays parallel with the events of NORTHBURY Grove and King's Comfort. Like, this is happening in the same time, at the same time as those other ones, just in a different. Oh my gosh, though, the gameplay. Explore the compound. When ready, begin your speech in the church. Check your objectives in the escape menu. So this is not a horror game. This is more. I think this just kind of deals more with the mind. How do you read it? I've delivered the shotgun you requested. It's in the armory across from your office. I managed to obtain it shortly after the altercation at. Oh, okay, never mind. I found it inside a crashed van. It looked to belong to Waste Rider arm dealers. Another man was there. He shot at that lieutenant that killed all those people at the music festival. He was escorted away by police. Wow, okay. So we don't know the name of the killer, but we know he's a lunatic. We all see him as a lunatic. This is fire, Scythe! I'm not sure if this is any concern to you, Elder, but we should look into who this serial killer is. He is being referred to as the Butcher and Spectre City Slasher. Wow, okay. So like I said, this is from Christopher. Hey, This is Christopher. I know I told you off when I left to join EDU, but I realize now you were right. These people are insane, and I'm starting to get worried about Lisa and my boys. The propaganda is getting to them. Shit, it got to me first. This is all my fault. They don't deserve this. I'm gonna try and convince them to leave with me, but if you don't hear back from me by the end of this cycle, just know that I tried. Much love, Christopher. Okay, so Christopher looks like he was riding somebody inside. Okay, Dominic Jan is Dr. Zane Grimm. The mayor of Donovan City, Dominic Jan, is actually ostracized scientist Dr. Zane Grimm. Maverick Cooper made the shocking revelation on a live stream, and Dominic Jan himself, or Dr. Zane Grimm, joined the live stream for an exclusive interview. Maverick Cooper, site's #1 investigative journalist. Alright. Okay. Elder, we have finished building the bunker exactly to your specifications. As you have explained, in the event of a raid by the tyrannical evil, we are to follow you as you lead us to the promised zone. The bunker hatch was placed in the back room of the church, as you requested. Okay, in the back room of the church. Whoa. Okay, and this has the flashlight on it. Okay. Alright, I'm kind of digging it. I'm digging it. I gotta read all the news though, because this all is connected. That's fire to me. Locals are stunned after hearing news that the entire Gunther family was found dead over the weekend. Patrick and Martha Gunther have run Mountain Ridge orchards for decades, providing fresh organic produce to the community the entire time. They were beloved, charitable locals, and now they lay buried 6 feet under, alongside their 5 children. Northbury Grove police made their grisly discovery a few days after local businesses made concerned calls. An owner of a local grocery store who wished to remain anonymous made a statement. Pat and Martha, they were never late. They'd call every few days just to see how me and my family were doing. This is a tragedy. They were the sweetest people. Sheriff Harmon addressed the press yesterday. It has been a few years of relative quiet and solitude. The sort of peace Northbury Grove is renowned worldwide for. Yeah, peace, sure. But that peace, that quiet and that solitude we all love has come under attack from a violent gang. The bodies of the Gunther family were victims of the Waste Riders gang. They must be brought to justice. Mountain Ridge Orchards has officially closed, and while everyone will surely miss their produce, their fresh fruits and vegetables, and their butcher's great meat selections, what the community will miss most is Patrick and Martha Gunther, their baby smiles, and their humble. Hold on. The butcher. Okay. So I think what I'm seeing is, I'm thinking the butcher went crazy and killed his family, and they think that it was done by a gang, but the butcher is the one from Northbury Grove. I guess we'll see more as the newest game comes out. I know Scythe is working on more projects, but I gotta read this, y'all. Enacting Diplomacy United. Okay, y'all can pause and read it yourselves. How about that? But I'm just gonna read it for my own sake. Al-Kanan Industries massacre. Al-Kanan Industries closed forever. Okay, so from what I gathered, Enacting Diplomacy, EDU, is a cult going up against the government for what is their cause? Transparency and accountability, sure. But the government sees them as a terrorist organization, and the computers in the notes that I'm reading in here connect the dots from the other side development games to this one. So again, this is all connected. This is where they do their messages. Golly. And I'm sure this is where they held, they their little jail. That's the bear from the propaganda videos that they post. Scythe. What y'all got going this episode or this game? Blakey Bear. EDU is love. Blakey Bear, that's his name. Damn, there's a lot of Enacting Diplomacy United third cycle contingency. Elder, it is with much regret I write you this letter, brothers and sisters. Prophecy has foretold of the wickedness that begins to storm the walls of our compound. It will not be long before this evil is knocking on the door. In the event of imminent danger in the pursuit of absolute righteousness, I grant permission to seek arms and hold true to your beliefs. I will be doing the same. The great collapse is nearly among us, and the wickedness of tyrants will be slain where it stands. Turn that off! Oh my gosh! Okay, you scared me, boy. You scared me, boy.
We must exact justice and shame upon the descendants of colonists. Their voices are now irrelevant. They are subhuman scum. We will wash away the blood of the past with the blood of the present.
Where are your socks and shoes?
I am beginning to think that the only way to peace is through violence and bloodshed.
I'm beginning this room stink. I'm beginning to think this room stink because of them Fritos on your body.
Doom will topple the tyrannical government, Elder.
Whoa.
Hopefully the inherent spiritual ego of death.
Am I your brother in here? Brother Berleezy? Huh? Side, let me know. Let me know. Brother Blake? Y'all got subtitles? No, it's all good.
The town grows into a tourist hotspot.
I'm sorry. I'm so, bro. I was trying to get the.
Zingrim must be stopped.
I was trying to get the cursor out the way.
Soon will topple the tyrant.
Why is he? Okay. Everybody cool. I'm the elder. Ugh, I do what I want. I'm sorry, brother. You lived a good life. You fought a good fight. How do I get them to join? Okay, let's just explore.
Do you think we'll be able to stop the collapse, Elder?
Oh my gosh. Let me just keep looking around. I'm interested. Any more notes? Let's see. Production has begun on Blanky Bear Volume 2. Get away from me, bro. In Volume 1, we explained to the kids why we left society behind, why we chose to live in EDU rather than shackled within the confines of a skyscraper. In Volume 2, we're going to give the children a history lesson of oppression and bigotry, of how the savage colonists come to this great land hundreds of years ago and did unspeakable, horrible things that their ancestors deserve to shoulder their responsibility of. Oh my gosh.
I am beginning to think that the only way to peace is through violence and bloodshed.
Yo, let me out the door. Yo, let me out. Move, brother Paul. Oh my gosh. Scythe, what do y'all got going with this one? What do I look like? It's about to go down in here. Impending doom. Anytime they talk about impending doom. Oh, okay. Alkanan Industries Inspector. I think Alkanan Industries. Yeah, that is the gate that I walked under in Northbury Grove. Where what's her name? Okay. So remember when old girl left me under the gate, then I had to go inside and fight the killer. This is the room I was in. That was the building. Wow. And they had the nerve to have a concert at this site. Just outside Northbury Grove has been shut down permanently, and evacuation was initiated after a deadly chemical spill occurred within the building. There were no survivors. The sheriff of the Northbury Grove Police Department issued a statement. Huh. I'm asleep, bro. Alright, let's go downstairs now. Brother Chris, you got any news?
We must homage.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so that's the church.
We must exact justice and shame upon them.
Okay, stop talking to me, y'all. Seriously. Okay, we got a greenhouse where we grow our own vegetables. Northbury Ale. Alcohol. Okay. We in the craft beer. I'm just more shocked that they have a whole storyline. Okay, wait, what was that? The shipment of Entity has been successfully shipped. Entity is the drug. We lost a few of our kin during a skirmish with the Waste Riders gang, but their savagery was unable to best our diplomacy after all. Sometimes we gotta crack a few skulls, still the beating of a few hearts, and spill a gallon of blood in the name of diplomacy. We set up a pool filled with the Antitimil. We'll use this to water our crops. With these crops, we will feed our enemy the ultimate truth serum, a highly concentrated dose of Entity. Sister Donovan Abigail was able to secure us catering access to a senatorial dinner where we can do a dry run before the election season next year. Oh my gosh, we're gonna drug politicians with Entity. We shall dose both the food they eat and the beverages they will drink. We've secured several crates of Northbury ale, as well as a few kegs. This should be sufficient enough to dose the entire building. And this is our little school. Is that a little kid?
Is Blakely Bear gonna be back this month?
She talking about Blakey Bear. You look like, I don't know, you look like Matt Ox. You look like she knows she look trash. Matt Ox, sorry. Northbury Grove massacre leaves locals stunned. A tragic massacre has taken place in our humble Northbury Grove community just a few days ago. Nearly a dozen victims were found in around the Rock the Warehouse Festival. Rock the Warehouse, an annual festival held in Spectre Forest, was canceled last weekend after a third body was found. Unfortunately, the cancellation did not prevent more victims. As the body count rises, our community remained fearful. This is not the work of the Waste Sheriff Harmon. The brutality of these murders leads us to believe that this is not the work of the Waste. Okay, I guess that's the second one. Sheriff Harmon continued. A curfew has been put in place, and we are. Okay, I wrote this. After much discussion with the other elders, we have hatched a rather brilliant plan. In the upcoming election season, we shall use highly concentrated extracts of, otherwise known as Entity, to drug politicians while they are live on our television sets and computers. Intel from Elder Spectre has come in, and he says they have secured very large quantities of the Entity from Spectre Forest. It seems as though our theft of the machinery in Alkanen Industries was worth it after all. We are going to need to meet our Spectre Forest brothers and sisters halfway, heavily armed. Be sure to valiantly defend the transport. We need this shipment if our plan is to work.
Unfortunately, I'm starting to think.
Okay, so before I start my speech, let me just try and recap what I believe to be what I believe to be going on. Saw something weird, don't hesitate, find an elder, say something. Okay, if this timeline is correct, it goes King Comfort, Northbury Grove. There might be a game in between, or it might be a game at the very beginning, but then this one is last. Alkanen Industries was the building that I ran into, and I got separated from that girl in the original Northbury Grove, right? Alkanen Industries was a warehouse. A chemical got leaked. There was no survivors. They closed it down, but the killer was still inside that building. Now, the killer is the same person that was at King's Comfort. I'm trying to figure out, did he leave the warehouse, went to King's Comfort, started killing there? But then all this political stuff is happening at the same time. Maybe the chemical spill was us trying to steal the chemicals so that we can drug. Bro! Alright, let's just start the speech.
Sisters, we have found plans for a border wall that will separate Sabbath from the Zuma King Desert.
Sit down, Brother
We've also
Levant.
secured thousands of credits from one of Zane Grimm's wagons at King's Comfort amid the chaos of the Northbury Grove massacre a few months ago. The brothers and sisters who secured these valuable assets have not survived the wounds they...
Nope, can't hear anything with that. All right.
And now, any minute, the government will break down our door. The collapse is inevitable. It is time we bring about our own collapse. Let not the deaths of our kin, our family, be in vain. The collapse has begun. Follow me.
Go inside. Ain't this where the... that's not... Follow me, follow me. Get in there, get in there, get in there. Oh my... Okay. All y'all. Come with me, come with me. I got help. Follow me, y'all. Get in there, get in there, get in there. Yo, get in the hole, bro. Man, give me the AR. Why is it slow-mo? I'm trash. Do you not take headshots? Who are you? Danos? All y'all. Get in there, get in there, get in there. Remaining activists. Okay. Something. Bro, move. Okay. Watch out. Did I even save, bro? Ha. Yo, brother. Give me that gun. This dude, they just show up and start dumping like point blank range. Follow me in here now. Get to the bunker. Okay, that's what I like to see. Follow me. Come on. Follow me. In here. Follow me, fool. Come on. I'm out of bullets? Eat that. Little boy. I click him, follow me, and he down here dead. Come on, who else? Got him. I feel like I'm playing, I don't know, Apex Legends a little bit. I'm the champion. How do you manage to save all of them though? I'ma try. Okay, he got me. So you can't pick up their the ammunition? Nope. Yo, brother Aloysius. That's brother Ishmael. He was in my way earlier. I got you though. Follow me, brother Paul Gasol. Come here. I'm gonna need y'all to stay close. Look at y'all all dead now. I'm trash. Bro. Got him. Out the back. Oh my gosh. Come on, little kid. Any more? Him right there. He trying to shoot me. Get back. Little girl. Come on, follow me. Come on, Sister Mackenzie, follow me. Are you here? Oh, what did you do to Sister Mackenzie? Oh, there she go. Come on, girl. Come on. In here. I feel. Oh! It wasn't even a horror game. Two activists remaining. There he go. Follow me, brother. It's not in there. Come on. Why are there no activists grown women? It's all little kids. Get to the bunker. Oh, say less.
Brothers, sisters, I'm tired. Tired of it all. I see it in all of your eyes as well. Despite all my efforts to give us all a good life. I've failed.
Whoa.
We sit here, teetering on the edge, on the precipice, looking down into the abyss. And all the while, the government locusts swarm in. They're ready to gun us down, to strip the flesh from our bones, to dehumanize us, demoralize us. They've already done that. Sabbath betrayed us. We were terribly betrayed.
Sebit betrayed us.
And now they're here to gun us down in cold blood. I'm not mincing words. I would never lie to you. I have never lied to you. So we cannot give them the satisfaction of ending our revolution. We must commit suicide as our final rebellion. In taking our lives, we will be martyrs.
Is this the gas?
We will rally the other inacting diplomacy cells, and our spirits will live on in the revolution our deaths spark.
Huh?
Brothers and sisters, we do not fear death. Death is nothing to be afraid of. Living is the real savagery. Living is the real tyranny. And I feel as though every day I've died 1,000 deaths to give you all peace. But where is peace now? Peeking up from behind the barrel of automatic weapons? Is it peace in the glint shining off their guns? No. Peace is here. Peace is now, laying down our lives so that those who survive us can continue our cause. This is not self-destruction. No, it's our final victory. We are shedding our mortal coils, traversing into a new plane of existence. So parents, console your kids. Make sure they know it won't be painful. This is not a tragedy. It is a triumph. This is not sorrow, it is bliss.
Oh my gosh.
The most selfless thing we can do now is to end our lives before the choice is no longer our own.
Isn't it a trip to think about somewhat like I don't know if the game is over yet. Let me see what happens. I think that's it. I'm gonna go back in for another run, but it's just crazy to Caleb, you're bugging. Yo, the homie Dylan Burris, you wildin'. Oh, the story? Yo, John. Ha! Big J. You tripping. Oh, John, you came back for the music too? For this track, this is you? Stop. Oh, Blake. Don't tell me Big B is on this project too. God, cut it out. Chris? They brought Chris in for the sound effects? Chris? Cut it out. The thing that trips me out about cults in general, right? Did y'all hear the sermon that he preached before it started, and that closing sermon he gave when they was all dying in that gas, which I really believe is the gas, so I need to rethink this story again. It's just crazy to think of like some of the rhetoric that these people be preaching that really make you believe that what they're saying is true. It's like you can convince people to do anything if you know how to talk, if you got the gift of gab. Oh, you know what? Let's try and kill a lot of people right now and see what happens. I'm gonna grab the gun and start gunning down.
You must do that.
I'm gonna start gunning down everybody in here and see how that ending is, or if that's even possible.
I'm beginning to think our opposition
They don't care.
any cause.
Zane must be stopped.
Bro. Because who would I save if everybody's already dead? Oh my gosh. This makes me feel some type of way. Yo, site development team and Puppet Combo need to link up for like a project. Like how rappers be linking up for songs, how YouTubers and streamers be linking up for collabs. Developers need to link up for projects. This is giving me what is the name of that? What? Feed Me Billy vibes. Oh my gosh. There was a little girl though that was running around too. I'm trying to.
When can we go back to?
Why does she have to lift up off the ground now?
We must exact justice.
Brothers, sisters, I'm tired. Tired of it all. I see it in all of your eyes as well. Despite all my efforts to give us all a good life, I've failed.
I think this is the same ending.
We found plans for a border wall that will separate Sabbath from the Zuma King Desert. We've also secured thousands of credits from one of Zingram's bags at King's Comfort amid the chaos of the NORTHBURY Grove massacre a few months ago. The brothers and sisters who secured these valuable assets have not survived the moves they stayed. And now, any minute, the government will break down our door. Collapse is inevitable.
I'm standing by the entrance. Now what if I don't want to get to the bunker? Oh shit! So it doesn't even count up how many people I've murdered out here. Now let's just see if I get to the bunker. What happens now?
Brothers, sisters, I'm tired. Tired of it all. I see it in all of your eyes.
Alright, well I tried to explain, because I love the fact that there's lore to y'all team. Like that shit is fire. I'm just trying to connect the dots the best way I can. Hopefully I did. I tried to get multiple endings. This is what I tried to do. Y'all let me know if I was close. Started the speech, tried to save as many people as I could. Did, I think I saved about 7 or 9. Got to the bunker. Then I tried killing everybody, and then I went to the bunker, and nothing changed. Then I tried killing everybody, started my speech. I noticed that they weren't counting how many like officers I killed. Then I went to the bunker, same thing. So I think I only had one ending. They say there's multiple endings. Maybe y'all will have a better chance finding them for yourselves. Again, the game's linked in the description down below. It's on itch.io for like $3. Support the homies. And yes, so let's go back on their website because I think they are coming out with a new project soon. So yeah, I think this will be the next game that they're working on. Walls closing in. It did mention. Now what is this right here? This looks like it could be a school. Or the orchard. I don't know that word. I've never orchid. You know, I know what I know the flower. They did mention the wife and the husband who were murdered by the butcher. Maybe this kind of talks about that storyline. Just is under development. Oh, what? Oh, they got a trailer for it. Hold up. Oh my gosh. What is that? And I'm naked. I'm a woman, I'm naked. Yo, Peasy, relax. That looks like a child. Okay, so the events of King's Comfort, it comes after the King's Comfort game. Who would take the time to sit there and skin somebody and then set them up a plate for dinner? Stop. Okay, so the cops are already here.
Yeah, hi. I'm a doctor here with Grace. The police believe for the deaths of many found surprisingly large. By law, I have to turn those over to the police. But because
So I guess we'll just have to wait and see what this project turns into. But again, it is so fire just following some young dudes, creating these projects in-house. Like, you gotta support your artists while they here, man. Rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. If y'all enjoyed this video, please leave a thumbs up on it. Truly appreciate it. If you are new, subscribe for more videos. And as always, I love each and every one of you. I keep looking up at the roof because I have a window and I can see that fat bird walking around up there. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace, y'all. I don't know what weapon he used. I don't know how much strength I got. We gotta see him first and foremost.